Hi beautiful soul, here's Julie for another video. This week, as I promised, I am bringing you the prediction for 2022. Has been again, like I always say, brewing within me for quite a while now, and I'm ready to actually dive into this message. So to start with, if you have watched the pick a card video for the focus of 2022, where you could really dive into a personal message, what came very strongly already there is the fact that what is not valued to you is going to go, because it's a moment of co-creation with love and alignment with yourself fully. So all that doesn't resonate with you anymore or with your soul mission is going completely. And we have to really let go of the ego, because it doesn't always make sense when something like this is happening in our life. And if you have received my newsletter or are on the Facebook, you will see that I also channeled the message for January, and that was all about as well the healing crisis the world is in, and that often we only see the negative part of it, when actually a reshape of things is a reborn, a rebirth of the life we are meant to live. And this is why we came here into this ascension, is because we have to do great things on earth, and we have had the challenge to actually lost the memories of why we came here. But here now we actually remember all our DNA, all our medicine, all our light code are actually coming back in the forefront for us to really live the life and share with people and awaken the world to actually co-create all together, because we recognize also the light soul, that the family soul that we have come with, and not knowing and losing who we were, but we coming back to that deeply. So that's really the start of the message. And if you are new to this channel, I am Julie. I'm an intuitive, a holistic counselor, a shaman, a spiritual instructor, and I'm really here to really help you to navigate this time we are in right now. If you would like to support me, make sure to subscribe to the channel and click the little bell to receive the notification. And for all the ones who have been here from the beginning, I'm so happy for you to be here again with me today to listen to this message. All right, so what came up straight away is that we are guided, we are supported while we're going through this change in our life and in the world. So it's to remember that even if you don't see it physically, you have your light worker team that work with you, and you are going to actually really meet, and everything is going to be a synchronicity for you to actually connect with the people you are meant to be with, to co-create together. There is a very strong message about having another perspective, changing your perspective around what is going on, seeing everything with another eye, because the world is shaped upside down. And so why I'm saying that is because when I ask what is coming for 2022, the Hangman and the Nine of Wands came here. And the Nine of Wands is again, and remember I channel, so I just don't follow the meaning of the card, I also channel what's coming. But what I'm there when I see this card and what I receive as a message with the Nine of Wands is actually that even if there is challenge and barrier in front of you and things to overcome, you are at the forefront, and with your whole life you put yourself up there, because you know that there is the theme of 2022 is really the fire. So 2021 was the spark that we needed to focus in, the spark within us, but here the fire has grown, and you could say, that something has grown within to be really birthed into the world, and you feel it, you know. Some people will say that I'm hearing that they may have anger for what is going on right now, and that's also the process to go through. It doesn't mean that we have to lay all of our anger out of you on people. That's not what it is. It is how can I actually transmute this energy in a creative energy to actually create something amazing in my life that is actually prosperous and that is bringing me all that I need to support me, my family, my friend, the people I wanna continue to go in with right now. So emotions are going to come, but it's how to not get attached to those, to detach, to release the grip around everything that we feel, but to actually use that as a fuel to create things in our lives. So that's really what I'm feeling with this. And I'm going to continue to the message. But it's to really remember that you are never alone, you know, on a physical level and on an energetic level, you are not alone. And remember that the light already won a long time ago. It's just that it takes time to be seen on the physical world. So of course you are probably wondering when all of this is going to end. I don't think it's the question. The question is, what can I do to actually navigate this time? What can I actually create in my life right now? Because you cannot suspend your life, you know. It's quite interesting with the hangman because he hang there, and that's also a message in itself. It's hanging there, but at the same time you co-create what you want to see in the next realm that is coming, in the next era, because here we are in the middle, so it's very wobbly, you know. If you want to have a timeline, for me we are in the middle of it, and the next stage is going to be very quick, but it's us, human being, every individual that creates what we want to see in the next realm that is coming. Okay, so it's not the end, it's actually, I mean, it's the end of an era, but the beginning of something incredible that is coming. And I know that the wobbly part is hard to go through that, and it's easy to say, well, I want to give up everything, but I'm saying to you, the hangman is saying, hang there. There is a new perspective that is coming as well, you know, and you are at the forefront of everything. And we have to be at the forefront of everything, because that's how we remember our true essence. And I know I say that all the time, but we really came here to go through and remember who we are. And that's the job I do every day, is helping people to listen to their deepest soul, to remember who they are, why they came here, what is their purpose, you know, because we all came here with a purpose. And doesn't matter if it's a big or a small, or if it's for ourselves or for others, you know, there is some things that we came here to do and achieve and to be and to remember. So it's quite interesting, the mission we are on. All right. Yep. Okay. Alright, with the tarot we are done. I'm just going to pick a few other cards to help us with the tarot. But you know, you remember, I channel another message that I want to remind you, and I know this message is very, very difficult often to hear, is that anyone that will go and not be able to stay by choice or by other circumstances on earth right now, they already have chosen that as a soul. And you have to remember that their work will continue. And when we say, you know, that we are not alone and that you are not alone, you're always guided, you have to remember that some people will have chosen to actually live right now, to help in another life form, to be doing their own help as well. Some will also have to go through that to come back again in another form to actually remember who they are in another life, or coming back in this era right now, but on another form. So I know that on a physicality, and emotionally it's very, very difficult to go through that. But we are going to see a lot of this, in the next few years. And I think it's, and we already experienced that, and it doesn't remove the emotion that is behind. But I want to give you another perspective. And again, the hangman is there for that, is that these people, their soul have chosen that path because we all on our growth journey. And that's how their soul have decided they will evolve, and they will come back, or they will help us in another way. So, remember that they are here with us no matter what happens. Yeah. Okay. So, we have a really deep desire of actually being full of joy and come back to happiness, come back to the simple things of life, with the Queens of Wands. But with the Queens of Wands, it's almost like, it came upside down, so it's quite not there yet. We're not quite there because there is some things that stop us. And something that stop us is the ego, because the ego is in the way to keep you secure when actually your soul knows already the way. So what for the ego is secure, for the soul is actually a burden, it's actually a prison, it's actually a blockage. So it's to find the difference that behind fear there is a desire of some things as well, not all fears. But in a way, behind fear, there is a desire. So I think it's very important, and a very difficult thing to do is to really understand what's the difference between my fears and actually the deepest desire of my soul, and what I need to follow. And if I can give you a bit of an insight around that, I will say that the fear is something that is coming from the mind, when actually the deepest desire of your soul is felt in the body. So again, there is a slight difference with that you need to be careful, is when a fear comes from the mind, it can become an emotion as well. So you have to catch that what was happening in your mind before you feel that in your body. Was it an intuition, or was it something that I had a fearful things around it? I hope I'm clear. When the intuition is there, it's a gut feeling. It's straight away in the body, there is things that are happening. But with the fear, it's something that is in the mind first, and then it can become an emotion. So there is different aspect of it, and I can help you to understand that if you don't know also how to go through that. So make sure to be in touch if you have no idea how to do that. But that's the first insight that I wanted to give you, because that can help in itself. So there is a deepest desire to actually be able to have joy, happiness. But with the heaviness of what is happening, some people might have, and you may be in that case, find difficulties to actually break through that, to actually live your life fully. And that's because there is another perspective to be seen. And I think almost the invisible part of it is that there is something new, a new world that is creating, that some people see already, and that some don't even think about that, and some doubt that this could be the path. But it's all about trust and having faith, It's having faith, and it's a deep feeling. For me, for example, it's a deep feeling, and I see it already, and it's there. And it's a very fine line, like I described into my text that I did a couple of days ago. It's a very fine line that is seen if you desire to focus your attention on that. And remember that when you decide that this exists, this can manifest in your life. And when it manifests in your life, and when you put that intention into it and that mindset, it also propels and emanates into the world to benefit others as well. All right, so we have the temperance, and with the temperance, I love that because there is still the duality. there is still the duality between the light and the shadow. And this year, you know, it's really the message that I have been getting is that the shadow are part of the light. Without a light, there will not be a shadow. You just look at a candle. The reflection of the light of the candle is a shadow on the floor or on the wall. So what is said to you is accept all that you are, because you have your long life journey to actually work on this, and you don't have to stop living because there is a blockage. And I know you may say, but that blockage stopped me from living, which could be the case as well. But if you just focus on that attention there, it also, because there is always a repulsion, that's what I'm hearing, a repulsion around what is not light. But when you actually dive into the darkness, you will find the light. So here is saying there is nothing to avoid, there is everything to embrace, there is nothing to be repulsed of about yourself. Doesn't matter if it's light or shadow, they all coexist together. And that's in the world as well, they coexist with each other. Oh, see, it's quite interesting. The spark of the hustle, fearless expression. And I think why the message of fearless expression is coming is with the Queen of Wands. The Queen of Wands, she really wanna pass all her blockage, all her, not the bad boundaries, because we have to have boundaries to also, we have our limitation, not in a limitation term, but to protect our own energy, we have to understand, you know, to not burn the candle on both sides. We have to understand what is our limitation as well. What I'm feeling with fearless expression is that the Queen of Wands is wanting from the throat chakra, from the heart, from her deepest sacred self, express herself without fear. And I think, you know, in 2022, which is already the case in 2021, but unfortunately with a lot of repression, I think in 2022 there'll be more and more people actually trusting that they can express themselves fearlessly. Yeah. And you know, it's blue, so it's all about the throat, it's all about expressing. And when you see the Nine of Wands, you also have all the blue. And I think, you know, when you see the person at the forefront, it can be physically at the forefront, but it's also the way you express yourself or the light you emanate that actually create the change in the world. You know, it's not just by the physical bodily action that things change in the world. So you also have to remember that everyone will do it in their own way, expressing their excuse me, I have a it's quite interesting. We're talking about the throat, and my throat is very activating right now. So what it says is that doesn't matter the way you express your truth and what you believe in fearlessly, the judgment of what others are doing need to really die. That's what I'm hearing. Because every time you judge someone's action, you judge yourself in a way, you know, it's like a boomerang. So it's also asked for you to let others express themselves in the way they want. So if it's to actually express themselves with their voice or with their body, or by writing, or just by meditating and emitting their light for the world, that's the choice of the person. It's none of the business of the other. So judgment needs to fall apart, all right? It's very important here, the judgment, because it's a boomerang, you know, when we judge others. The spark of hustle. I think, you know, this is also the fire energy that is coming here that I'm talking to you for 2022. Is what I'm feeling very strongly with the spark. It reminds me of 2021 and of the hustle. For me, when you hustle the spark, it's almost like you create the fire. And I think the message is that is that by actually continuing on your path and really trusting from an intuitive, not a fear energy, you will actually create what your next stage here. There is honestly so much creation that are going to happen in 2022, and it's like people together, you know. For some, not everyone is going to be creating together, but a lot are. We have, I'm just going to continue to, it's quite funny, my throat. I'm just going to pick the last few cards that want to come, and then I'll read it as a whole. But I like the Hangman very much here. It's not wanting to come. Why is that? It's a specific message. Okay, so what do we need to ask? Okay, what everyone needs to do for themselves in 2022. That's the message I'm hearing. So what everyone needs to do for themselves in 2022. Yeah. Okay, so we have 3 cards that came out. We have soul family, is what exactly I just told to you, that you will recall the people that are aligned with you, that came here to do the same work than you in their own way. And it's asked to call your tribe this year, all right? So you don't have to do this alone. So this is the co-creation with people very strongly. The pillar of light, your vibration is rising, you are the oracle. So it's to remember really that, I'm going to show you the card because they are beautiful. So this is the soul family, is reconnecting, you know, with your sister, your brother, to co-create what you came here to do. And this will come, you know, you may have already the idea, or it will come. Not everyone will actually do create together, in a sense that you may still have your own business or your own work, but there will be that gathering, you know, where you will be able to resource yourself as well, to restore. So there will be this group where you can go in. And then, you know, here it's saying that all the particle of you is actually the oracle. So when I'm hearing the oracle, is God, is your intuition, is the light you emanate, is actually here to heal the world. So that's really what it is. And then the card that came upside down is quite interesting that it came upside down, because to me it means that's what is needed to get to this too. What is needed to get to this too, but that is not quite here yet, is align your life. What is not aligned or need to change? And that's what 2021 has brought, but some people are still going into that reshape, in that shredding of everything, you know, and it can be very chaotic and very challenging. And I really do understand that, because I have had my own one 2 years ago where everything really collapsed and changed. But you know that I am in the other side. I'm so grateful I went through this. Even if I clapped my hand on the floor, and I say it many times, you know, that it was the most excruciating time of my life. But when I look now, I'm a very different person, but my true essence remains the same. So all the clutter actually released, all the noise that didn't need to be there for me to be simple. No noise anymore, no distraction to what I'm supposed to do fully. And I think that's what it is here. So what is asked for you, so what is the need for you in 2022 is to align your life, to actually find your soul family and be the light that emanates out of you to heal this planet, to heal this world. It's an incredible message, and it's a message that has been going on and in pretty much all my video. This is really strong. All right. These one are beautiful as well. I surrender to the power of prayer and devotion. I love myself completely and unconditionally. And I think, it's the faith and the unconditional love, loving ourselves for who we truly are. And that we can only do when we align with who we are. Because when we align with who we are, we understand who we are. And we appreciate who we are. And we are okay to accept our shadow and our light. We know that it's part of us. And we don't stay stuck in our way, in our ego. We actually trust that there is always another way to look at, to open a new door. It's very beautiful, guys. I love this message for 2022, because that's where we focus the light. And yet the work is challenging. But if we don't do the work, we never actually get to see the full self that we are, We are in the need of decluttering. We have two messages here that came down. The situation we face in life offers us opportunity after opportunity to sculpt away all that is irrelevant to our essence. Life tries its best to distill us into who we really are. Bang on! What an incredible message. If you want to take a photo, a screenshot for you to remember this, do it now, because this is bomb. Not every thought you think is true. Many thoughts we just make up. Become a thought detective and decipher what's real from fiction. And I think this is a message again with the fear and the intuition, because the fear again is a thought that become an emotion. So if you understand how to dissecate your thought, you can understand when your intuition is there. So this is another beautiful way to actually do that. What else? I feel, it's so clear to me. We have one more card, and I think this is like a healing. Is it a healing? For 2022 to transition into 2022 and clear up, 2021. Yes, that's correct. So let's go and see what energy has come today. I love being here with you guys. It's amazing. I really do. Yeah. Okay. 528 Earth's Mandala of the Heart. Well, I'm not surprised that this is I'm going to put that here. I'm trying to get for you the best light. Right here. So the heart. All right, the heart. I'm inviting you to close your eyes right now, wherever you stand. And I invite you to really deep your roots into the ground, to feel connected to the Mother Earth. And from the top of your head, I invite you to invite who you believe in deeply. And let this energy come from both ways. From the earth, through your feet, from the universe, through your head. And let both of these energy join your heart center. And from your heart center, I invite you to really let all this energy with your own energy emanate like a ray of light, going everywhere into your body, your mind, your soul, each molecule, cells, DNA, organs, your blood. And even outside of yourself, to reach every layers, every energy, every light body that is yours. Let this expand deeply. And I just want these words to emanate within you right now. Sometimes aspects of our life fall apart or don't go to plan. This is so they can come back together in a beautiful new way. Trust in the goodness, in the inevitable blessing of your destiny falling into place. Do not trust your fears. Put your faith in the love of your heart. A heartfelt wish is going to manifest. Take a deep breath in through your nose, expanding your belly, expanding your light again. And when you are ready, I invite you to come back into your heart center. Gently. And just bring your hand into your heart. And just thanks everything for you to be aligned. And to know which way to take at any moment of your life. Take a deep breath in again. He malakenaya he 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 malanebaha hea hea he 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 ha he ha he ha. Open to receive everything that is for you with love, compassion, faith. When you are ready, I invite you to just sense the surface underneath you, the smell of the room, the noise around you, the temperature on your skin, and gently wiggle your feet and your hand and come back to yourself gently. Know that you are protected at all times. Trust deeply in your soul and your heart purpose. Follow your intuition. And remember that if you need help to align, to declutter, I can be that person as well for you. Just have to reach out to me. I'm sending you so much love, so much light your way to transition into 2022. And know that everything is just perfect as it is. Even if it seems chaotic, if it is chaotic, if it is challenging, that there is the fire inside you that is there to guide you in the way you are meant to create the life you want on this earth. So trust. Again, I will see you in the next video. Bye.